Welcome to the Relevant Talk Show. On this show, we feature the most important people in track and field, dive into their most important lifestyle, what they go through since they started track and field. And on this show today, we have one of the most important personalities in athletics. He's also in the Ghana Navy. He currently resides in the Western region. How long have you been an athlete?
From 2006, yeah.
Wow. And then you've been in the game for long. I want to know whether you started sports with a different kind of discipline, or you just started sports with track and field, or with javelin.
It was javelin from the initial stage.
Wow. You didn't do any other sports?
No, other javelin straight from the initial stage.
That was at which age?
At the age of, the age of 15.
15. So
Yeah.
15 at that time you were in basic school?
I was in Essex. No.
Okay. Give us a brief story about how the journey was, how it came from to let's say now. Now.
It was something I developed interest for the initial stage. Watching people train the javelin, it's so beautiful to throw javelin and see your work fly in the air. I was just admiring it. Yeah. So when I got to SS, I was not having a chance to do it in DHS, my basic school. So when I got to SS, 2006.
Why weren't you having a chance to do it?
That was not my focus then in DHS,
Okay.
but I was only having
Okay.
DHS. I was doing soccer.
Wow, that was what I was asking you.
Okay.
Where you were thinking.
I was doing soccer because of those times they used with scale to select the players for the match for the inter-school. So along the line, I gained a lot of weight where I was dropped from the team. So when I got to SS, I decided to pick up what I have interest in, that is the javelin, track and field. During the inter-houses in our school, the senior high school, I couldn't perform during the inter-houses. So after
that was still the javelin, right?
That was still the javelin. So after the inter-houses, they selected a team for intercore, which I was in part. And because of the interest I have for the sport, for the event, so they give the chance to be picking. If they throw, I will retrieve the spear for them. And after their training, I said, okay, let me also try. Since no one is here now, I threw, and I can see the distance I threw to is far than what they were throwing
in the competition.
Yeah, in the competition, it was even far than what I did in the competition, the inter-houses. I threw the second time to the same distance, and I paused and I went and called my PE teacher to come and see what I've done. And I was like, well, I should get out. He was not paying attention to me. So I was forcing him to know I've done something that I'm even surprised, like I'm the one who did that. So you should come and look at it. So during my forcing, he just paid attention to me. He came. So he stood there. I threw the third time. And even the 10th time went further than what I was, the previous ones that I did. And it was like, wow. He said, you put me on standby. If I keep coming to training and I improve or I maintain what I did, then you will add me to the team. So started training, I keep going to training, and I maintained that distance. Some go, some come down. It was okay to his satisfaction. So the team was selected for the intercore. That was my first time going to Accra.
Which one was that?
Ghana Adan Technical Institute.
Adan Technical Institute.
Adan.
Adan.
Dangways District. We got to intercore, and My first time over there, I was first. I was first. That was the first time an athlete from that school went to Intercourt to represent the school, and I was first.
So was it the whole of Greater Accra region?
The whole of Greater Accra region.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, the next competition was CISO, Super Zonals. Okay. So that was also my first time representing the school, or the school getting an athlete to represent the school at Super Zonal, which I was also first. That was where I developed more interest for the sport, and I said, okay, well, since I can go this far, I can achieve this much at this age. Okay, then let me take it seriously. Yeah. Current Black Star fitness coach, Roy, he also linked me to the school to further my sports career at Kumasi.
So you went for
another senior school in Kumasi.
Okay,
yeah.
was that?
That's Ghana National Academy. Ganami Tech.
Okay.
Yeah. So he linked me up to that school because he was also like developed interest. He was happy how I was progressing fast in the event.
So around which year was that?
That was 2009. When I got to Ganami, I was not having a coach at that time who developed me into the sports more, who would coach me and know the basics. Because back at Accra Adult Technical Institute, I was not wearing shoes, barefooted.
You were throwing barefooted?
Barefooted. Wow. So many injuries. Every throw, there will be a new injury. So getting to Kumasi, I thought I would get a coach who take me through the basics of javelin throw. But it's unfortunate I couldn't get a coach. So that year, that particular year, I couldn't perform much to the expectation of the school director.
But you represented the school?
I represented the school, all right. In the inter-schools, I couldn't perform. So the following year, 2010, I stepped up my game. That was when I met my career.
As you say you couldn't perform, were you throwing the same distance you were throwing back in
Adantec? No, I went further. I improved further with my During my time in Accra, I was throwing 52.40.
So that means when you came to Ashanti region, you were throwing better, but
I was throwing better, but competition was very tough.
Yeah. So did you come to meet Achu Yamaziri?
Achu was my throwing mate. Wow. Apuma, who is the current record holder in the country, was my throwing mate. Yeah, I met them. They made the competition so tough. And Nafi Mohammed. Yes. Right. I met all those squad over there who gave me tough competition. So, but I believe in myself. Wow. Yeah, I believe in myself. And 2009, as I couldn't make it, 2010, that was where I also give them what I was made of. I also showed them what I was made of. Yeah. So 2010, Itakoa was first. So when I got to Ghana, I also added shot put to my event because there was no one doing shot put at that time. So I decided to add shot put to my event, which I did well in it during the Intercourt, but the Spazonans, Apuma and Co were very tough for me to beat. So
was Apuma throwing shot put?
He was also throwing shot put. Achu was throwing shot put, discus, javelin, and he was doing multiple events at that time, which we call decathlon. Yeah, so the shot put, I couldn't do well in the shot put during the Spazonal, but the Intercourt, I was always first. I was first 2 times, yeah. 2010 and 2011. I was first in the shot put. But the javelin, first Intercourt. It's just CISO that actually gave me competition that was 2010. He gave me a top competition where I became second. I came second in 2010, 2011. The same competition there. He just gave me the very tough competition. Like anytime we meet, it's a fire.
So let's get straight to how you got to enter
enter
armed forces.
the armed forces is also through the sports. That was after school. I was there, and a mate called me that I came to do something like that. So I decided to take that chance, since that's what I was.
Was it a sports enlistment?
It was a sports enlistment. That was 2013. It was pure sports enlistment. I think that was the second enlistment, sports enlistment in the Ghana Armed Forces. Okay, I was so far, yeah. During our batch, we were the second batch. So I took the opportunity, and I went to a work where about 30 plus.
Only javelin throwers?
Only javelin throwers. Wow. We are 30 plus. We are many.
When you started track and field, from junior high school through to senior high school, from Accra to Kumasi, how was your family seeing it? Were they supportive? Did they like it? Or they were holding you back?
Oh, actually, they don't like it from the beginning. They have this perception that if you are into sports, you do drugs, you go into humanizing, you don't concentrate on your academic work. So they were stopping me not to do the sports. Actually, our family is made of sportsmen, but because of this, coming from our grandfather's side, it made them all stop, and a couple of injuries. Some of them had injuries in soccer. So they made all those things made me stop the sports that they were doing. I was the only person who said, no, this is what I wanted to do. So no matter what they do, I will still do it, because it's like, I see it to be like a calling. Yeah, because it's something that I just wake up and I say, no, I want to do this. So I did not bow to the pressure I was getting from the family. I stood on my ground and I said, no, I have to do it. Since they were not in support in what I was doing, the necessary equipment that I need to do with the sports, from the basics, from the start, I wasn't getting, where I have to use barefoot to throw javelin, and every throw injury. Every competition that I go, I come back to next injury. But still, it was not preventing me to stop what I was doing. The injuries were there, both my arms, my shoulder, my ribs, my trunk, my legs, a whole lot of injury. A lot of injury. Because I quite remember 2009 when we were in the camp at Achimota, the regional camp at Achimota. It was 2 weeks to the competition. I dislocated my shoulder, which was really painful. Wake up one night and I said, no, this is a big opportunity for me to represent my school at the regional level. And this is what is happening to me. I said, no. So I started doing pull-up, chin-up, like, the thing just dawned on me. Get up from the bed and do this.
Before that time, do you think the injuries were as a result of you not training well?
No, it was as a result of me not getting proper education in the sports, proper coaching. You know, these things doesn't come. We don't just wake up and do it. Somebody must coach you, give you the basic techniques. So the injuries were coming out of the lack of this thing I was having. Training as I like training, proper techniques and a whole lot. That was what brought about the injuries. And
so, can you recall someone, a particular person who actually helped you in at a point which you think, if not without that person's help that time, you wouldn't have been where you are right now. You wouldn't have achieved what you have achieved right now.
As I said earlier on, Roy, he gave me the initial push to school at Kumasi. You know, Kumasi, when it comes to athletics, they are very strong in athletics. And he happened to be in that school to compete in Kumasi. And he has seen how competitive it
Right.
was
So
over
at that
there.
time, was Roy a student there?
No, he was a past student.
Okay.
That time he was a past
Ghana.
student in Ghana. He was past student. So he pushed me to that school. So my days over there 2010, and I met Major Atta of Ghana Armed Forces. Till now, he has been my boss. He has been my coach. Though we don't stay together, we don't train together for him to, but he's always on my side. He provides me with whatever I need to use to better my performance in the event.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married currently.
You have no kids?
No kids now.
Okay, so are there any external pressure pulling you, distracting your sports life?
Oh yeah, armed forces. This what we do to put food on our table. So it sometimes they will release us for camping. Then, if after short time there's no competition, they'll call you back, which is not making me train for a longer period to develop some kind of skills and strength that will help me perform better. Apart from that one too, I think family are also still in it. Yeah, you think you are doing this thing, you are not getting any push, which you need to stop. But to me, I'll be saying athletics, track and field is a long-term investment. Yeah, it is not. You don't just. It's not a short-term investment that you do 1 or 2 years, then you'll be seeing the result. No, it's a long-term investment. So those are the pressures coming, but still, yeah, I need.
So since you joined the Ghana Armed Forces, what are the major achievements you've achieved for Ghana Armed Forces?
Yeah, I think the Caesar game is the major competitions in Ghana concerning the security services. But since I joined the service now, it's back and forth. We only did inter service, that is Armed Forces game, where I became second to my boss, that is Major Atta. Yeah, I was second to him.
Popularly known as Alabama.
Alabama, yeah, you got it. So apart from that, for the Armed Forces, okay, I represent Armed Forces in the National Circuit Championship several times from 2015 to now. At least I've been on top 4. Let me quote it, local champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This season, do you have a coach who grows you?
Still, I don't have a coach. I have friends in the US, coaches that we chat. When I do videos, give it to them, they analyze it and they give me feedback and tell me where I should work on more to improve my performance. Major Atta is also there. Anytime we click, we meet, or anytime I'm having difficulties in I contact him and he also gives me some directions and what to do. So I don't have any coach. Had some interesting time with Coach Lavon. Yeah, also took me through some techniques, which I think are helping me now.
What one thing do you think you have right now, which you think, if not because of track and field, you wouldn't have gotten it from anywhere?
Okay, I think me being in the service is a big achievement or a big opportunity that sports has brought me, and also getting a scholarship to school in the university, that's University of Education, is also a big opportunity I've gotten from.
As you are training this season, are you still going for duties or you are on release?
Oh, currently we are on release. I'm on release now. Yeah.
So is training the only thing you do during the day, or you have extra things you do?
No, I train. As I'm schooling, I come back, learn. I go for classes, for lectures. And
what do you think needs to be improved or changed in Ghana athletics right now?
like doing competitions the way they rush the javelin through event, as if let me use this, as if we are of less important to the track and field. You go to competition and they are rushing you to do the event quick and just leave the field. Which javelin need to take, you need to warm up, have a track throughs, set it down before, and when you drop training program, competition program, there's no time frame that within this time and this time, they are calling for javelin. So that you, the athlete, you know how to prepare yourself from the morning till the event time, to have enough time to prepare yourself. So, and secondly, we don't have, GA doesn't provide us with competition measures which will help us also meet the standard of every competition, and which we've been telling them for years now that still, and it's not only javelin, I'm talking about a throwing event, that is discus, javelin and shot put. So I wish if GA would do much more about a throwing event, because there are a lot of talents here in Ghana that if they pay a little bit attention to the throwing field, at least they will get 1 or 2, 3 athletes who also represent at the world stage or Africa.
You know, the Africa Games is coming to Ghana next year.
Yes, yeah.
How are you preparing towards it?
Yeah, that is the project I'm working on now with the help of Major Atta and some few friends that I said I have. That's the project we are working on now. That's our main project now. That is the Africa Games that will be held in Ghana. Since I've never had an opportunity to travel outside the shores of Ghana to represent the country. It being held in Ghana, I think this is the biggest opportunity I have to represent the nation, at least, if not for anything, for the love of the game.
Yeah. How is your training progressing?
Oh, so far, the season has already ended. So I'm back to off-season training. Yeah. So I couldn't meet my expectation during the season, because my target this year was at least to hit the 70 plus mark, which couldn't come on. But I know definitely before the All Africa Games, I should be hitting 70 plus, meeting the 80 plus, meeting the 80 mark. Yeah.
What is your ultimate goal in track and field?
I think no local javelin thrower is able to throw above 70. I stand to be corrected, but what I know now, which is what I wanted to do.
Looking at all that you went through, growing up without no shoes, without any proper support, did you have any young athletes, young javelin throwers, or young athletes you are supporting to get what you didn't get when you were young, which you knew if you had that thing at that time, you would have been better than as you are right now?
For now, I don't have any young athlete that I'm mentoring or I'm coaching now. But anytime I come in contact with some of the young throwers during competitions like this, they come to me and seek for some small advices, and so I try my best to also teach them what I know. Yeah, how to go about the whole javelin, because I can see they all lack the basics in javelin. So anytime I come into contact with them, I try to help them.
How long do you plan to continue the sport?
I will not say I have any till the body cannot respond to. Let me say like that. To the body cannot.
When do you think your body cannot respond to?
Nature, we cannot tell. When the body cannot respond, you will know. Yeah, you know.
So at what point or what thing do you think you need to do or you need to get to your absolute best?
I need to get a coach, not just a coach, a throwing coach. Throwing coach, and at least when there should be enough competitions in the country that will also help us or help me improve my performance to meet my target. Yeah. What I want you to do now is doing competitions. I'll plead with them for them to have officials who have knowledge in the throwing, the javelin event, because for the past years that I've been going for competitions now, I realized that most of the officials that come then does not have knowledge in the field or in the event. So they rush us through the competitions, which is not helping us. Yeah, so I will also plead with GA to do that for us.
How is Ghana Armed Forces track and field like?
As it stands now, I would think the new board now, the sports management now in Ghana Armed Forces are doing really good for us. They are doing marvelously well. They've tried their best. So far, this is the longest release that I had since I joined the service. It's been 1 year plus now, which it has really shaped me. It has really shaped me now. Armed Forces, I applaud them for the good work they have done, especially the top management. Yeah. Many thanks goes to Roy Romeo, a cousin, the big man behind me, and most importantly, Major Atta, boss yourself, Alabama. Yeah, he has been the backbone of me for years now, since 2010 that he met me then. He found interest, like he liked me. He wanted to manage me from then. Until now, he provided me with everything that I need. So I greet you, Bossu.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome to my brother.